Something nice or something bad? Or not so nice? What do you think?
It's your fault. You are not able to communicate.
Brilliant. Yes. So what we say in NLP is the meaning of the response or the meaning of the communication is the response that you get. So if you have not got a good response, it means you have not communicated properly. In NLP we place ourselves as the basis of everything. If there is a problem, it is because of me. What happens is, if you take charge of the situation, if you are in control all the time, if you take the responsibility, you have a lot greater control over what's happening. A lot of times, let's say for example, if you were traveling by train to come here today, the particular train that you were in got delayed because it stopped just at Masjid Bandar for half an hour. What would normally any of our responses be? Anger? Yes. Anything else? Helplessness? Yes. Anything else? Taking it in our stride. The moment we reach this place or whatever, I'm taking this as an example, we say, oh no, you know what? I got delayed. It was because of the train. In a way, you're right. The moment you take responsibility, you start looking at all the possible alternatives. Now the fact that you were late today cannot be changed, can it? Whether it is the fault of the train, whether it's your fault or whether it's anyone else's fault. It's a fact that cannot be changed. But the moment you say, I got delayed, that's my fault. You have got far greater control because now you start thinking, how can I avoid this again? Yes. Then you look at so many other options. Okay, the next time I have something, I know now that trains can stop at Masjid Bandar, so I'll ensure I move half an hour earlier, or I might travel by BST, or I might travel by my own car, whatever. But I start looking at different options available, different possibilities. Whatever we do in life, it is we who are responsible for the results that we get. That is one of the biggest assumptions or principles of NLP that we live by. Similarly, if you are communicating something and the message has gone wrong, then it is our fault. But then that's not a problem, is it? Because in NLP there is no failure, there is only feedback. Feedback says it hasn't worked and I just do something else. Are we clear on that? Now communication can be internal as well as external. Internal communication may or may not be in forms of a language. Are we together? Internal communication can a lot of times involve only thoughts, which are pictures. How many times when you're thinking about something do you find yourself actually speaking out whatever it is that you're thinking about? Do you find yourself? All the time? Self-talk. Self-talk is a different thing. But when you're thinking, you're deeply thinking about something, is it a lot of self-talk that you do, or you actually bring out a lot of different memories? What do you do? Yes. So if you look at the structure of thought, our internal communication is a mixture of pictures as well as language that we talk to ourselves. A lot of times it can be only pictures, sometimes it can be only self-talk. Assumptions are a different thing. Assumptions are something that you do about something that is not clear. Yes. Absolutely. Having said that, when we move on, there is also external communication. Now, external communication is me communicating with you, you communicating with someone else, anybody outside of ourselves, right? Now, tell me something. If all of you have at least one loved one in your life, one loved one, somebody that you love very much, at least one such person, yes? Just think about that person for a moment. Just bring a picture of that person in your mind. You have a picture? We don't need to know who it is. Just get a picture in your mind. How long would it take for you to get that exact picture into my mind? Huh? Fractions of a second. Try. Aadha ghanta, 1 ghanta. Practically it will take so long to get that exact picture which is in your mind into my mind, that by the time you finish explaining that picture to me, that picture in your mind itself will have changed. Not possible. That is where we say in communication, this is something that a lot of us tend to ignore when we are communicating with other people. NLP will help you understand what are the most effective means of communicating with other people. Now, communication is a loop. What you do influences others, what they do influences you. Therefore, for the loop to be complete, it is very essential that your communication is precise and you use all possible senses to communicate it. NLP is the ability to respond effectively to others and understand and respect their model of the world. In another definition, this is what NLP is all about. Now, if you look at communication, 55% of our communication is by way of our body language. This is something that Professor Albert Mehrabian found out. He also found out that 38% of our communication happens by way of our tone, and only 7% of our communication happens by words that we use. Have you had any kind of dealings with a lot of different salesmen who are new in their careers? Yes? What is it that they use the most? Body language? I don't know. From my observations of new salespeople, I found out that words are what they use 90%. Once people start becoming good at sales, the best salespeople hardly talk anything. They just observe you, they take in what you have to say, they exhibit a lot of positive body language, and very subtly they put your own words back at you and sell you something. Have you noticed that happening? Yes? And no matter what we are doing in life, we are selling. Please understand that. The moment we want to convince somebody about something, we are selling them a concept, we are selling them an idea. Does that make sense? And a lot of times, whenever we are communicating, whenever we are selling something, we tend to use a lot of words. NLP helps you understand how do I minimize my words and maximize my body language and my tone in my communication to achieve better results. Now, one of the key things we believe is called pacing. You will learn pacing in NLP. Whether you formally study NLP or not, if you start understanding what pacing is the art of looking at the body language of somebody else and starting to mirror your own body language according to their body language. That is called pacing. It helps establish a bridge. Have you observed at some time in our different interactions with people, you will find some people whom you don't know why, but you have an instant liking. Have you found this happening? Yes? That is, understand the reason behind it. Do you remember an internal representation causes a mental state and causes physiology or body language? Yes? And similarly, your body language can also influence your mental state and cause a internal representation. When you see that person whom you instantly like, what is happening is his body language is what you are observing at the subconscious level. That creates a very positive mental state for you because it matches what you are already thinking, and therefore an internal representation of that person becomes like, I like this person. Do you understand this concept now? Why do we like some people instantly and why do we dislike some people? It is not because they are bad, but because their body language either tells us that they are good or they are bad. Are you together? Now if you want